Fresh Kills Landfill was a landfill that covered 2,200 acres in the New York City borough of Staten Island. At the time, it was the largest landfill as well as human-made structure in the world. 1986 to 1987 was the peak of the landfill's operation. 20 barges carrying 650 tons of garbage each was transferred to the site each day.
I remember the smell of the landfill and the birds flying over the landfill.
I remember birds constantly flying over it. I remember plastic garbage bags being all along the line of it. I remember the big trucks going up and down Richmond Avenue. I remember in the summer driving by, you couldn't keep your windows open because it used to smell. What else? I remember the hills. I used to have big, huge hills.
Like all the garbage,
They would look like mountains, and when you got closer, you realized what it was.
I drive the expressway, and when it rains, you can smell it.
Due to strong community protests and outrage, however, Mayor at the time Rudy Giuliani and fellow Republican George Pataki signed an agreement to shut the landfill down, and a state law was passed in 1996 stating the landfill cease accepting garbage, and on March 22, 2001, the toxic landfill received its last barge of garbage. Now, 15 years later, plans are in place to turn this once toxic dump site into a multi-million-dollar park. The construction has begun and it is slated to continue in phases for at least 30 years. Some portions are already completed, like Schmall Playground Park, which was completed in 2012, and Owl Hollow Field, a 20-acre area that contains 4 synthetic soccer fields. It opened in 2013. The overall transition from toxic dump to a grand-scale park may seem like a good idea on paper, but for longtime residents of Staten Island, they are divided. Clearly, there are mixed reviews regarding this project. Will it be successful? Only time will tell.
If they make it a park, I would be more than happy.
23 years ago I came here, and I like Staten Island because it's more like home, where I came from.
They can seal it. It's 21st century. I'm sure they have some method to seal it off.
You could seal it with concrete, and it still wouldn't be healthy enough to become a park.
I don't know enough about the technology in this regard, but I feel it's 21st century, and if they are able to find a solution, and I'm sure they are, then they should turn it into a nice park.
I don't think the soil will ever be safe enough for it to be recreational.
I agree. There's a lot of critics, a lot of people think that it's not safe, but for me, I'll be happy when it's open. Well, I'm sure it was tested for any toxins in the site. As a matter of fact, I was one of the first to visit the new park that they're opening over there, and it's simply awesome. You can go canoeing, we did bike rides, you can picnic. There's they actually had a bicycle stand set up for free rides. You can rent, just take a bike, sign your name in, and you ride around the park and get the awesome views and the birds and the creeks and everything that goes through it.
Well, we had a green borough, and we add some green to it, which is good.
Yeah, okay.
Better than skyscrapers.
Oh.
I think it will bring a lot of visitors into the island. Just the mere thought that you can come into a natural reserve and walk around and sail and ride should be an attraction for us.
Wow, I hope I'm alive by then.